It's been a long time ago since I started watching BL series, and from that moment, I have already seen numerous BL shows that left a mark on my heart. Sometimes, it's not all about how beautiful the story was made, but it's something to do with my connection with the characters or the actors itself. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the 7 on-screen BL couples that I've already missed to see in a BL show. If you also have your own list, feel free to share it on the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. First on the list, Perth and Saint from Love by Chance. Truth be told, Love by Chance the series wasn't really that great in terms of its storyline and plot. Since there were only a few BLs at that time, we couldn't have any direct comparison for setting a standard. But what made me love this BL so much was because of Perth and Saint's stints as A and Pete, respectively. Although I would love to see them again in a BL series as an on-screen couple, it's definitely far from reality with what happened between their managements. The second season of Love by Chance could have been better if Saint would have reprised his role as Pete and made an improvised arc to continue his love story with A, but in a more mature way. Now that Perth has joined GMMTV, there are rumors that the company will pair him with Jimin in next year's BL show. Although it's still considered as a rumor, there's a big possibility that it will happen given the fact that Perth is quite popular internationally because of his previous works in BL series. From time to time, I watch random Love by Chance clips just to relive the moments and feelings that I felt during the first time I saw Perth and Saint as an on-screen couple. Number 2. Fluke and First from Not Me the series. I still consider this BL as one of the most underappreciated because it's not the usual cute and fluffy show they can find for a GMMTV BL series. The genre of this series is a perfect way to give new directions and flavors to BL shows that will constantly give us anticipation on what's coming next. I really love Off and Gun in this series, and I think this is the best performance they have done since I saw them a couple of years ago. But the on-screen couple that made want to see more of this story were Fluke and First. Their amazing chemistry struck me unknowingly, and that's where I found myself wanting to see their interactions. Not Me might not be all about their love story, but having them as a side couple made the series even more exciting due to the characters' background story. Although I'm already loving to see First and Kautung in their new BL series with the Eclipse, I'm still wondering what would be the genre and plot if Fluke and First would have their own BL show. Anyway, since First doesn't really have a permanent on-screen partner since the shipper, there's still a possibility that First and Fluke in a new BL series would be a thing. Number 3. Bible and Build from Kin Porsche the series. To be fair, I've already missed all the cast of Kin Porsche the series from the main characters down to supporting ones. Mile and Appa really did great in giving us a love story filled with actions, and the plot twists the story had were all breathtaking. But for me, I would love to see the different side of Bible and Build compared to that of the torture scene we have seen in the series. The soft side of Vegas in the finale was an indication that Bible could pull off something like a sweet but a mature character who would do everything to protect the love of his life. With the issue involving the writers of the novel, it's better to leave the story of Kin Porsche as it is and just do a different series overall to give the audiences a unique flavor of their own story. The chemistry of Bible and Build was really great, and watching their interactions had me on the edge of my seat. If there would be a season 2 of Kin Porsche having them as the main characters, I won't probably watch it since most of the times, season 2 will just revolve in betrayal and cheating. Number 4. Tati and Tunob from Triash the series. Basically, I really miss the main and side couple of the series, and having them again in another BL would make me really happy. So first, let's talk about TNT. The first time I saw them was in 2 Moons the series from 2017, and although I already knew they were meant to be an on-screen couple in that show, it didn't happen because 2 Moons did not include their arc yet at the time. Fast forward to 2022, I'm so glad that TNT got their first main roles as an on-screen couple, and fortunately, Triash is the series they got into. The chemistry was really oozing, but I think the plot of the series made wonders in bringing out their natural chemistry with each other. Aside from TNT, I'm already missing Tun and Ob since we barely saw them as a couple in the series. For the most part, they were arguing with each other and there was no basically build up on their relationships from the start until the middle part of the show. One of the reasons why I liked Hun and Ob as a couple was due to the fact that they gave a balance aura compared to the serious side of TNT. If there's a BL for them in the future, it's great to see them again being on-screen couples. Number 5. Mew and Gulf from Thon Type the series. It's been more than a year since the last time we saw Mew and Gulf as Thon and Type in the series, and I'm kind of miss them to see in a series again. Don't get me wrong though, I don't want to see them in another season of Thon Type because it might felt a little bit of stretching the plot too much. We've already seen them in a cute and serious scenes with this BL and I think they could still pull it off, but this time without the non-consensual scenes they had in their previous work. Mew and Gulf could also be great in a fantasy or even an action series if there's a good material for them to use. There's no issue with their acting performances and with their chemistry, so having them again as an on-screen couple would attract their fans, and new fans might emerge if they have another show again. Probably. Thon Type Season 2 might be their last act together, but who knows in the near future. Right now, Mew will be having a Korean BL sometime next year while Gulf is also busy with his upcoming shows too. Number 6. Job Ending from the Miracle of Teddy Bear. Personally, this is the most underrated BL series this year, and it was incredibly done in terms of production, acting, performances, and even the plot itself. But since the series got a sad ending, it wasn't well received from some of the fans. Nut and Tofu were really a match made from heaven, but their initial interactions weren't that great to watch because of Nut's attitude towards Tofu. This was later addressed in a proper background story of the main characters, and the writers did great in giving him a character development. Nut and Tofu's love story in the series was really like a journey, and there was really a build up on their characters that was properly coordinated with the plot. If they would have another BL with a mind-blowing story again, I would definitely watch it without a second thought. Aside from these 7 couples, there are also others that I definitely miss seeing in a BL series, but it would take me forever to list all of them in here. Which BL couples do you miss the most? Thank you for watching. That's it, and see you on the next one.